Hello guys, welcome back to EducateZilla. EducateZilla is providing you the best material to learn and improve yourself in technology. So today we will going to learn the concept of loops and it's the topic of the series C programming language. So today's agenda we will going to cover in which why use loops in C language, secondly do while loop, third while and for loop, and lastly the assignment we will going to solve. So loops. What exactly loops are? The loops can be defined as repeating the same process multiple times until a specific condition satisfies. There are three types of loops used in the C language. In this part of the tutorial, we are going to learn all the aspects of C loops. Why use C loops? Why use loops in C language? The loops simplify the complex problem into the easy ones. It enables us to alter the flow of the program so that instead of writing the same code again and again, we can repeat the same code for a finite number of times. For example, if we need to print the first 10 natural number, then instead of using the printf statement 10 times, we can just print inside a loop which runs up to a 10 iterations. I hope guys you are getting this concept that loop is nothing, it's a process that runs multiple times. Fine. The advantages of loops. It provides code reusability, yes. Second, using loops, we do not need to write the same code again and again, of course not. Third, using loops, we can traverse over the elements of data structure that is array or linked list. Obviously, yes. Types of loops. There are three types of loops in C programming language that is given below. Do while and for loop. And not on the C programming language, it is available on all languages, the concept of loops. So that is beneficial for you to remember. Do while and for loop. Firstly, do while loop. Do while loop in C. The do while loop continues until a given condition satisfies. It is also called post-tested loop. It is used when it is necessary to execute the loop at least once. Mostly menu-driven programs. The syntax of do while loop in C language is given below. Here we will write do and then curly braces. Inside the curly braces, we will execute the code, and after the curly braces is while statement and the condition. See guys, here it is used when it is necessary to execute the loop at least once, fine. So the first if you're writing this loop in your program, then it is for sure then this loop will going to execute at least once because we are writing the condition at last. That's why this loop will going to run once. So here is the flow diagram of do while loop. Fine. Do statement is true, then do statement, then condition, then it is true, then yeah, it again goes like on a loop. And if it falls, then it will come out of the loop. While loop. While loop in C. The while loop in C is used in the scenario where we don't know the number of iteration in advance. The block of statements is executed in the while loop until the condition satisfied in the while loop. Fine. So that block of statement of while loop is used till the condition satisfied. It is also called a pre-tested loop. Guys, just just focus on the difference of do while and while loop. Do while is a post-tested loop and while is a pre-tested loop. It will check the condition first and do while is check the condition last. After execution of one round, it will check the condition and then focus on. Fine, in while condition, it is checking the condition here, and in the curly braces, we are executing the code that we want to execute of the condition. So the flow chart diagram of a while loop is here, checking the condition, true, then statement, then again checking the condition, true, and then statement. After ending of the condition, if it falls, then it will go out of the loop. Lastly, the for loop. For loop is used in the case where we need to execute some part of the code until the given condition is satisfied. The for loop is also called as a pre-tested loop. It is better to use for loop if the number of iteration is known in advance. For example, if you know that you have to traverse till 10, so for that for loop is better to use because if you know the number of iteration, the syntax of for loop is given here. So for loop, here we need to initialization, here we need to write the condition and the increment decrement we want. So we'll do here the increment and decrement. Fine. Code to be executed. The example of for loop, first it will go in the initialization. Suppose you have initialized it with 0. So it will go from here, check the condition, whether your I is less than 10. Yes, it is less than 10. Then it will go inside the statement. It will increment or decrement. Suppose you are incrementing by 1, then it will again increment 1. 1 is less than 10. No. Again true. Yeah, it is true. Then it will go out. And after when your 10 comes, 10 or 11 comes, then it will go to false and out of the loop. Fine. Assignment for all these loops are here. Fine, guys. So I hope you all are getting this concept. If you are not getting, just to write in a comment box. I will try my best to again come out with some new questions for you. Fine. So here we are going to solve one question. Program to print all odd number from 1 to n using for loop. So I'm going to solve this two program because in for loop we have three conditions given. While loop I know you all guys will going to solve. So here I'm just checking for online C++ compiler. Yes guys, I am writing it in a C++ because I don't want you to write to you to copy paste my whole program. That's why I want you to write your syntax by your own self. Fine. So here I am writing in C++ and C and C++ is same. Majority is same. Here I am writing the main object. Suppose yeah, we have to check for okay, fine. Here we are taking the input and fine. Suppose we have to traverse till n. Fine. So in here we are just incrementing our I to 0. This is the increment parts. Fine. Then here we are printing the semicolon and then condition part. In condition we are writing like I is less than n. It will traverse till n. Fine. Here we are incrementing or decrementing. So here we are incrementing this value. Fine. Now the question says program to print all odd numbers from 1 to n. Fine. Sorry. So here we are writing the condition that if your I mod 2 is 1, then just print your I. Fine. Okay. So this is the code. Okay, I'm sorry guys. So here it is the code. Fine. Here I am checking the value. So suppose here I am writing 10. So I want to traverse till 10. Let's see. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. All odd values come till 9. Fine. Suppose I want to print even here. So second question I am solving. Fine. So here I am writing like till 20. There's some mistake, I guess. If I mod 2. Wait a second, guys. Okay. 20. I don't know why it is coming. If I mod 2 equals to 0. Fine. For that, I needs to be print. Yeah. So here where all the even values is get printed. Fine. So we have solved this third and fourth question. Rest of the question I request you guys to please solve all the question and make notes for that. Make another book, another notebook for this playlist, and make a notes of all that so that you will never forget this concept in your life. So for now, this is enough for today, guys. Please to like, subscribe, and comments on my channel. Thank you, guys. Bye bye. Take care.